bright lights and tall buildings of downtown Los Angeles setting the scene for us here tonight. Welcome to 2K Sports Live Saturday night. Here we are in the DA. It's all yours. Well, David, fantastic report. Thank you. Greg, you wonder if that conversation has actually made these two tighter, or if it's just kind of a Band-Aid over the existing wound.
You know, I've gotten the sense things weren't completely ironed out during.
You played 14 years.
I loved coming into training camp being in tip-top shape. It really was something I took a lot of pride in, is that I wanted to be going so that our practices for our coaching staff was something we could get through. Now, I understood the role of other guys on the team where it might take a little while for them to get going, but for my mindset and my confidence in the year, I wanted to make sure that the off-season and the work that I was putting in, because that's where players improved the most, I was going to come into camp ready to go.
They get it again. Len, and the layup is good.
This guy's got a great nose for the offensive glass, and I like how he used those long arms that time to reach up, snag that rebound.
Williams passes to Harrell. Back to Williams. Passes it to George. No good from outside. The Hawks trail by 4. Outside Collins. The Hawks working the ball around. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. That's on Lou Williams. The Hawks shooting their first free throws here for the night.
And in terms of team numbers, the free throw percentage is right at 74.
Green, he's checked in for the Clippers. Then for the Hawks, Parker's checked in for Alex Len. Chandler Parsons comes in for Reddish. And it's Bembry in for Kevin Huerter. To the middle. Fouled on the shot and picks up 2 points. So one free throw coming up.
And a nice job here early of establishing an inside presence.
Zubac is checked in for Montrezl Harrell. And a huge piece of the Tobias Harris trade last year, Brent, Landry Shamet shows a lot of promise.
Interesting for Lambeau, as they call him, at age 22 out of Wichita State, to come into the league, show his ability to shoot from the three-point line, shot 40% from deep while taking over 4 a game last year, seemed very comfortable in seeking out the line. And the opportunity for him now with the star power around him, a lot more is going to open up for Landry Shamet to be a third or fourth guy on the offensive end to make some major contributions. You know, that basket must be widening out right now, Kevin. He's making almost every shot he's putting up this quarter.
And the shot is good. 6 points for John Collins. We've got 1:28 left to play in the first quarter. Here's Shamet. Rebound by Parker. The Hawks trail by 3. Here's Jack. And the rejection by Zubac. And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Zubac. Los Angeles making a switch here. Harkless is checked in. Vince Carter, he's checked in for Atlanta. And Atlanta has possession. Got that one up quick.
A terrific movement off of the dead ball situation and a great play to get the bucket.
Pass to Shamet. Now Green, defended by Jack. Outside, George. Off target with his 3. And so it's Parsons with it. He'll bring it up for Atlanta. They trail by 1. Jack dishes to Parker. Back to Jack. No luck that time in the shot that would have put them on top.
Is it getting cold in here, Kevin? This is a tough one. Crucial that he starts to work a little harder for a higher percentage shot.
Here's Zubac. And again, no good by the Clippers. Hawks have gone 6 of 13 from the field, just under the 50% mark. 5-second differential between the shot clock and the game clock. Jack's shot is good. Jack's got 6 points.
And really, it's been a major aspect of their offense in the early stages here. Their success working the ball inside and getting points from close range.
Here's Shamet. Stats on him, he's averaging 9 points a game. There's the three. Drains the three-pointer. He has 6. A good game so far as we conclude the first quarter. Clippers lead by 2. And the second quarter about to get started. We'll be back in just a moment. Paul George had that nasty broken leg back in 2014. He described what inspired him.
My inspiration really came from my mother.
Well, what a story. George worked hard to get back and is not disappointed in his return.
You know,
Los Angeles with some changes. Kawhi Leonard's checked in for Green, and Landry Shamet subbed in for Maurice Harkless. For Atlanta, they have been good at the line so far, 5 of 5. And so in the game for the Hawks, they've got Collins. Chandler Parsons out there with Carter, and it's Jack in at the point.
The leap that we saw John Collins make last year was pretty awesome. Scary thing is he's just going to keep getting better and wants to improve that consistency in terms of his shooting range around the top of the key.
A nice shot by George.
This quarter belongs to him, and that's how you do it when you're out in front. Don't play it safe. Keep that momentum going.
And perhaps the most shocking news of the NBA offseason, Greg, the trade of Paul George. Nobody saw that coming.
took a ransom of draft picks to get him off the Thunder. Kawhi Leonard recruited him to join him on the Clippers, and Paul obliged by demanding a trade. Came together quickly and caused a major power shift in the West.
Leonard, he clangs that one off the back iron, and down it falls. Leonard's got 7 points for the quarter. Jack against Leonard. Jack finds Collins. Now here is Carter. Pass to Jack. 5 to shoot. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. Well, we've seen Shea in more than a handful of games so far now. There's a lot to like about what he's been able to accomplish since getting the chance.
Really, you just have to wonder why the team didn't find more minutes earlier on. It's been clear with how he has come in and had an instant impact that he'll be a factor in this league.
17 seconds left in the second quarter. Everly with the ball. Looking at his point production, he averages almost 11 points a game. And it's George finishing it off.
A good chance to see Paul George hurts that time.
Here's Bembry. And no luck with that time on the buzzer beater. A dominating first half of basketball. And so far. All right, thank you, David. And folks, don't go away. After the break, we'll... And with the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the rout.
They was sleeping on that boy like it. I make everybody fall off. Handle life all black like a Batman. Dribble too much, ooh, who is that, man? Put your name and your ankles on a hashtag. This too easy, it's like shooting.
Zubac is checked in for the Clippers. Green comes in for Lou Williams. Most every team now, Brent, looking to run when they can run. Who's the most lethal big man in transition? They can get baseline to baseline in a hurry and make a difference at the other end.
Don't think I've seen any player do the type of things at his size and with his stride than Giannis. I just think there were eye-popping plays that people could not wrap their head around what it is he could do. Taking 2 steps from half court, lengthening out his right arm to finish at the rim, grabbing offensive rebounds from the block, not taking any steps and dunking it over the top and getting to the free throw line. Giannis running in transition as a big is a problem for the defense.
And all that on the offense, but on his defensive side, he was always doing the same kind of things defensively. Blocking shots, blocking out, whatever the case may be.
Yep, causing, just the simple fact of being a deterrent, Kevin, to people coming into the lane and using that length. Giannis Antetokounmpo is something special in that regard as a
Both
big.
ends of the floor. I totally agree. Patrick Beverley out there with Paul George. Then it's Ivica Zubac. Then it's Jermichael Green. And it's Leonard. And at the 3, the small forward. So that's the lineup on the floor for the Clippers.
When you're a veteran player like Paul George, you understand that even 24 seconds is a long time. Great patience to wait for that play.
Jack's shot is good.
And the latest I heard with Che is that he's cut a deal to be a rep for Gatorade. Very high honor for a brand that has long been associated with our league.
You said it well, GA. Gatorade doesn't really just hand out endorsement deals either. They must really love the upside that Che has shown to give him a deal this early in his career. Wow, impressive. And it's sent back by Leonard.
And that's the thing we know about Leonard. As a defender, on the ball, off the ball, he's rarely out of any play.
7-second difference, shot and game clock. Misses off the left iron. And it's Parker with the ball, bringing it up for the Hawks. Vince Carter on the wing, guarded by Green. And he banks in the layup. And that's 12 points for Jack.
That's a good read by Jabari, a solid passer, and he knew he could reward a teammate that time.
Here's George. Good, nice job down low.
And boy, he's really in a groove. Dominant performance last game. Same thing this time out.
Seems to be nobody standing in his way, no roadblocks for him to get to his spot, capitalize, and continue to be aggressive.
And so it's Los Angeles, finishing the quarter up by a whopping 24 points. The three-point shooting has come fast and furious to the tune of what has become a big-time blowout in progress. We've got more NBA basketball coming your way in just a minute. And it's time now to bring you our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter for him.
Well, there's a way to break down the defense with the handle, but you can do it with the pass. Prime example of that right there.
And 1 quarter to go in a game that to this point has not been an evenly fought contest. On the court right now for the Hawks. Embry out there with Chandler Parsons. Then it's Young. Then it's Jabari Parker. And it's Jack in a 2-guard. Los Angeles leading by 21. George looking over the floor. George double teamed. It's stolen by Jack. And the pass to Young. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle and 2 shots coming up.
As good as he is offensively, the challenge for Trae Young as the years go on here.
For the Clippers, Ivica Zubac has checked in for Patrick Beverley, and it's Jermichael Green in for Paul George. And the free throw, no good.
The compliment that Harold gets often is the fact that he's just so tireless a worker, and that energy is something that both coaching staffs and teammates appreciate.
Carter against Leonard. Rebound by the Hawks. And here we go. Fast break. Jack's got it. That one falls.
And running with a full head of steam, but completely under control.
Yeah, you think he's comfortable at that speed. He's done it so many times before. Just an absolute blur in transition, and that helps get the rhythm going.
And he gets contact and the whistle on the shot. 2 shots coming up. And Atlanta gets called for the foul.
And we all know what a tough cover Kawhi has become. The defender got caught in a bad position and is kicking himself for it now.
Both free throws good from Kawhi Leonard. Here's Crabb. Outside Jack. It's blocked. Robinson kicks to Leonard. So the Clippers winning this one easily. It was a tale of two teams tonight, one that was in total control, operating flawlessly, and the other just searching for answers that they could never find.
Fans involved from the get-go, and once they started to really pour it on, it was fun to see that rhythm and flow from their perspective.
And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Greg Anthony, Brett Barry, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thank you for watching the NBA, presented by
Jay, you got a second?
Yeah, what's up?
You did a lot of distributing tonight, leading the team in assists.
It's a lot of things, Patty. And I got a lot of gravity for one.
Hey, how you been, man? Hey, need some help? Let's get to work. Here's what we're gonna do. You got it, you got it. Come on, man.
See you later.
Let's get everyone over here and get started. Here's what we're gonna do.
Way to finish that!
Let's get everyone over here and get started. Here's what we're gonna do.
Just like that.
See you later. Let's get to work. Here's what we're gonna do.
Let's get it started, man. Let's get it started. Come on, focus. One more. Keep it going. Hey, hit me up.
That you want. My first impression is I really like the game speed. And also, with the game of basketball is actually more about transitions now. You guys play transitional defense this year, so that's real big in the game.
What are your thoughts on 2K20 so far?
The MyCareer seems extremely good, like the My Player Builder seems very nice. The badges is one thing that I've been looking at going, this has improved a lot.
What were your thoughts on the WNBA?
I feel like a lot of people actually might play it because it's a lot of fun, yeah.
Just like there it is, the Staples Center. And before
Well, it took...
and DA, that's the standard for the Lakers organization. Thanks for that report. Looking at the starting five for the Atlanta Hawks. Young and Herter make up the back. Collins at power forward with Len at center. And it's Reddish in at the small forward. And for Los Angeles.
Outside in there in the paint, but I also love the new game and the spacing. You know,
you can appreciate the game so much more. It's like going to a ballet and being able to see the movement of the players, what they're doing out here. And so I love the fact it's not hampered by guys getting thrown to the floor and grabbed. Do like the physical play, though. I just want to find a happy medium.
Caldwell Pope outside. 1:29 left in the first quarter. The pass to Kuzma. That's blocked by Jack, and he's able to get it back. The shot's good from Kuzma. 1:16 left here in the first quarter. Young against Rondo. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
Well, comparisons to Steph Curry, unfair for Trae Young, and they're quieting. His shooting percentages in year one leave plenty of room for growth.
And Greg, you talk about unfair comparisons for Trae Young. His career will always be measured against that of Luka Doncic after the Hawks traded back from the number 3 pick.
And Doncic going on to win Rookie of the Year, an instant star, and Trae Young with plenty of talent. We'll see what he can accomplish.
Fires from 18. And no good. And the Lakers going the other way now. And this game, the first chance they've had to see Atlanta.
And just couldn't make the most of their meetings last year. Ended up splitting the season series.
No good from Jack.
And he did everything he could to make that shot as difficult as possible.
Excellent D, avoiding fouling and got in the perfect position to alter the shot.
Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. Parsons passes to Jack. Out to Parker. Jack surveying the D. And it's Jack again missing. Cousins with it.
I love the hustle from Parker there. This is the kind of defense his coaches love seeing from him.
A good close contest so far as we finish the... You may not remember Vince Carter traded on draft night for his college.
So as I'm sitting back there, it's like there's been a trade, you know.
The 5th and 6th picks in the draft, both of them went on to great careers.
And draft day trades happen all the time, but being traded for your college teammate, pick apart, that's pretty unique.
And this has been a fairly close game through the first quarter, and we'll see what happens here in the second. And for the Hawks guys, what stands out to you stats-wise?
Well, this is the edge that great rim protection can give you.
Showing no mercy right now. The shooters look frustrated seeing so many of their shots get stifled.
This is how the floor looks for the Hawks starting the second quarter. Bembry out there with Chandler Parsons. Then there's Parker. Then it's Alan Crabb. And it's Jack in at the point guard. Okay, well, let's check in with David Aldridge, who's reporting from the sidelines.
Well, Kevin, DeMarcus Cousins suffered an Achilles injury, and it was a major setback for him, but it was also an eye-opener. Cousins said, any given day could be your last day playing, and all the celebrity, all the fame ends. My love for the game has grown, but at the same time, I want to be more than just a basketball player. Kevin, challenges can put anything into perspective.
Thank you, D.A. Nobody near Parsons. The rebound by Caldwell Pope.
And listen, sometimes even the best of us are going to miss the easiest of opportunities.
And the shot goes down. Rondo's got his second basket of the game.
You know, liking the vision there from Caldwell Pope, looking to get his guys going when they're open.
And a big summer for the Lakers, trading for Anthony Davis for a time. Greg, it even looked like they had a great shot at landing Kawhi Leonard.
He ends up choosing the Clippers, which gives rise to a compelling rivalry. The nexus of NBA basketball has shifted to the city of Angels. Whichever team you root for, LA fans with a lot to celebrate.
And the Lakers decide to take their first time out here. This game coming on the heels of their win against the Kings.
Yeah, I felt like they attacked, but with a purpose. They knew what they wanted to accomplish coming in.
Aggressiveness is everything, and they certainly played with a ton of it to get that win.
Looking at who's out there now for the Lakers. Davis is checked in for Cousins. James comes in for Kyle Kuzma. And it's Green in for Rajon Rondo. As we talk about perimeter scoring becoming more prevalent, the biggest shift coming from bigs shooting more threes.
Yeah, they are now counted upon to space the floor. And the better you can shoot, the better you can space the floor. And then more importantly, if you can knock down that three, you become a triple threat because now you can shoot there, maybe you can dribble and get by, or because of your height, you see different passing lanes and you can be a better passer, getting your teammates involved, and they like that spacing as well.
And here's James. He'll bring it up for Los Angeles. They trail by 3. The Oklahoma City Thunder will be in town for the next one. That will complete this 4-game homestand. Here's Jack. And the layup's good off the glass. Jack's got 8 points here in this quarter.
He's not playing around. I mean, he hit the ground running in the first quarter, and he's only turned it up in the second.
Caldwell Pope outside. Pass to McGee. Davis finds James. Poked away. Just 5 to shoot. Out of bounds. It'll go to the Hawks. Dwight out. He's checked in for Los Angeles. Quinn Cook. Young taking his time here. Just 3 on the clock. Pulled the shot a little left, but the bounce goes his way. Young's got the lead up to 8 now for Atlanta. And we've reached halftime in this one. It's Atlanta. They're up by 8. And now let's catch up with David Aldridge. Thank you, David. And we'll be back for the third quarter of action following. And we've got third quarter of basketball for you. 2 quarters in the books. It's been one outstanding. McGee's checked in for Los Angeles. And a switch here also for Atlanta. Jack's checked in. Green and LeBron at the 2 and the 3. Inside, we've got Kuzma and McGee. And it's Rondo in at the point. That's who's in the game for the Lakers.
Physical D. When LeBron, the body control, the focus, it really doesn't matter. Well, Kev, for all his scoring talent, Kyle Kuzma, he wants to be more. I mean, he's working around out his game. Scoring as a defender, rebounder, and a playmaker.
The game has been very close in a lot of areas, but rebounding has been the one differentiator thus far. And he is starting to turn it on now after that slow start.
And Jack kicks to Reddish. Over LeBron. Off the left rim and out. See Webb last season, Kuzma making strides as a passer and as a defender.
Oh, yeah, Kevin, that's because Rajon Rondo got him in the film room. Rondo! I mean, he improved his recognition, his rebounding. Still an area to work on.
Green dishes to Rondo. Now here's LeBron, guarded closely. Down to 5 on the shot clock. McGee, the pass to LeBron. Offensive rebound. That's good, and the Atlanta lead is cut down to just 1 on the basket from McGee.
And I need to see some more assertiveness out of these defenders.
Jack finds Collins. Outside Jack. Out of bounds, the Lakers will take possession. Some good defense in the NBA, so let's check out the leader. The Hawks, number 1.
Kevin, without a doubt, the best defensive team in the league this season. Forget about any other stats, steals, blocks, whatever. It comes down to limiting points. And so far, nobody's been better at holding their opponents in check.
James dishes to Green. The kick out to LeBron. For the lead, he takes it up and lays it in. LeBron's got 6 here in this quarter.
And if you're the defense, what can you do? James is too strong, too focused on these finishes.
All right, let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin. Well, the Hawks said they were going to be patient when they rebuilt their team, and they were going to do it through the draft, and they've stuck to that script. Now, Trae Young is probably the biggest name, but Atlanta's added a lot of great young talent the last 3 years. There's John Collins, Kevin Huerter, and in 2019, the Hawks added 3 more good young players in the draft. DeAndre Hunter, Cam Reddish, and Bruno Fernando. Things are looking up in Atlanta.
I would think so, too. On paper, it looks good. We'll see if it materializes. D.A., thank you as always. Time called here. The Hawks decide to talk it over. And the last 2 drafts, the Atlanta Hawks aggressively making trades to assemble this roster.
And drafting DeAndre Hunter and Cam Reddish, great length and versatility on the wings. You pair that with Trae Young and John Collins, and that's an exciting young core for the Hawks.
Catching up on the changes for Los Angeles, Howard's checked in for JaVale McGee, and DeMarcus Cousins subbed in for LeBron. And the Hawks will go for a different look here. Parker's checked in for Alex Len. Chandler Parsons comes in for Collins. Andre Bembry's checked in for Reddish. And Krebs subbed in for Kevin Huerter. Down low, Parker with the steal. And Jack, here we go. And he uses the glass on the layup. Jack's got 13 points.
He's done everything they've asked for tonight. I mean, it's all because of all the work he's done that this game is even close.
Back to Rondo. Outside, Green. Buries it down low. Green's got his 3rd bucket of the night.
And Kevin, after being unable to find the net in the first half, they sure seem to be a different team here in the second.
Parker looking around. A fadeaway. No good off the back of the rim.
I wonder what the score would be if they weren't controlling the backboard.
And Green gets it to go.
And there isn't a lot that they're doing well right now defensively. They just seem to be disconnected defensively in the second.
Here's Jack. Can't hit from in close. And so it's Kyle Kuzma making things happen for the Los Angeles Lakers. What a quarter that saw them generate a great comeback effort and are now out in front with momentum behind them. And we'll be right back after this. And while we can now, let's take a look at today's State Farm assist of the game.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between...
Changes for the Lakers. JaVale McGee's checked in for Kyle Kuzma. Anthony Davis comes in for Green. And it's LeBron in for Alex Caruso. And they now lead as the free throw drops for him.
Wrong guy to put on the line in a close game. You know he's not going to miss.
Atlanta calls timeout. They're trailing by 1. 1:02 left to play here in the 4th. Now the presentation of our Jordan Player of the Game, LeBron James.
And the way he's made his mark with his work inside, he's just been a slasher tonight. Always moving, getting to the basket at will, and just seemingly taking advantage of a D that was reluctant to get in his way. And you can't get a bigger bucket than that.
That's why they put the ball in his hands. They know they can count on him to make crucial shots.
And so in the game for the Hawks, Reddish and Collins at the small forward and power forward. Then it's Trae Young. Then there's Len, and it's Jack in at the shooting guard.
if there's a list of the best inside scorers in the NBA, Davis has got to be right at the top. When he gets his hands on the ball down low, you might as well just count it.
And Jack picks to Young. Got it!
So calm when the game is on the line. Young knows it's his job to bring this game home.
Timeout called the Lakers. They trail by 1. 26 seconds left to play in the final quarter. And keeping us updated from the sideline, let's swing it over to David Aldridge.
Thanks, guys. I was able to hear Frank Vogel talk to his team during the break. He told them, hey, guys, this is a close game, but if we execute right here, I like our chances. There's no need for hero ball. Trust one another. Make the simple play. Kevin, back to you.
Davis. Oh, off target.
Had a foul to give there, but you'd rather not have it cost your team points.
He knocks down the clutch free throw. And so making both free throws, that'll give them the lead here.
Yeah, critical that he's able to convert there. Now they've taken the lead.
Time called here. The Hawks decide to talk it over. They're down by 1. 12 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. Twelve seconds left in the game. Outside Jack. There's the triple. And so the ball out of bounds. Davis touched it last. The kick out to Young. Misses the three. And so it's the Lakers who come out on top here. What a show they put on here at home tonight.
I mean, these are those games that feel so great to win, and really, it's like a knife in the gut to lose. You gotta love edge of your seat and just wondering what's gonna happen. How is this thing gonna play out?
Well, folks, that's gonna do it for now. For David Aldridge, Greg Anthony, and Chris Webber, this is Kevin Harlan thanking you for watching the NBA on 2K Sports. See you later.
You guys ready to hammer out this deal?
Yeah, let's do it.
All right. Fantastic.